Hello everyone, welcome to the full moon in Scorpio report. I'm Hem from Self Love Self Care System, and I'm going to take you through the vibrations and the energies that are presenting themselves during this full moon in Scorpio. The full moon will be on the 23rd or 24th, depending on where you live, of April. The tagline for this full moon is get ready for a new vibration. We have this energy on the 23rd at 7:47 Eastern Time, 4:47 p.m. Pacific Time, and 12:47 a.m. on the 24th of April in the UK. This full moon is at 4 degrees and 17 minutes, calling us to create a deeper foundation within our own chemistry. Are you ready for the intensity of Scorpio? Scorpio always tends to bring intensity to any party or event that it's attending. Scorpio schemes and themes will be pushed to the surface. Think dark, mystical transformation. Remember, the Scorpio is the sign of death and rebirth. What in your life is ready to finally be put to rest? This moon is inviting you now to zoom into the Scorpio energies and Taurus sun energies. It's kind of balancing the shared possessions, which is Scorpio, and material things that are Taurus. Okay, the moon continues on from the energy of the new moon, and that is quite poignant still. It's still pushing in, it's still frequently available, and also the eclipse that was there. This moon is also blending with the Uranus-Jupiter conjunction that happened on the 21st. Now do be aware of that, because it's brought in a change element and change energy with it. It's a big thing, that the Jupiter and Uranus conjunction, because they're rare, and also they make a huge big impact on people during the time of their inception, when they happen, right? So when a Scorpio full moon comes in, we're dealing with the mysterious. Scorpio's mysterious, dark energy sign. Are you ready for honesty in the realm of yourself? Go into the truth of what you feel, which means recognizing your wounds. Remember, though, that Taurus in the sun aspect may not want this, because it may want that love element. It may want simplicity, because that's what it is, because Taurus is ruled by Venus, whereas Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. So this intensity of Scorpio may bring a fear of change, and it may push you to feel more kind of resistant than maybe you would in other moons. Okay, now this change falls into the vibe of the T-square that is actually in the chart with the moon and the sun of Pluto, with Pluto. And as I say, Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. So what is this going to do? It's going to ask you to face up to something that you have been maybe reticent to understand, maybe unsure of. Okay, no matter what you're being asked to recognize, your true feelings about a decision or an idea that you've made or had is going to come up. And it's something that you may be feeling uncomfortable with, because remember, Scorpio is secretive. It's secretive, dark, energetic, mystery sort of sign. And that energy is part of its frequency, of the astrological element of it. So what's happening with your finances? That may come up in Scorpio. It also may be what you're not facing up to. Do check in to any plan that you're making, or any places and areas you're thinking of going towards, because you're going to be experiencing whatever decision you make for some time. So Pluto square could mean that something you find uncomfortable is going to bubble up to the surface. And because it's Scorpio, as I've already said, it's going to be really tricky for you. You're going to be struggling to understand it in some ways. Now, I want to point out as well, because of the energies and the frequencies available and shown in this chart, watch out for relationships. If you've got any manipulative relationships where things are aggressive or tricky, or even just problems in your relationships, they're going to come up, because the energy and vibration of this T-square with Pluto and the moon and the sun is asking you to heal this. And these aren't the only things asking you to heal it, but we'll go on and I'll explain the other areas too that are calling this in. So you've got Jupiter, like I was talking about the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, like I said, that's happened on the 21st. That's bringing in new creativity that's being birthed to bring in a new understanding. It's going to help you to break down walls, because we've all had very high walls up over the last many years actually. And this energy and this vibration in Scorpio is saying to you, this isn't necessary anymore. It's time that these walls got broken down, so you can look at the bigger picture. And also the other part of this is an element of healing. It's healing the things that you have been wounded by. Now remember, there's a strength to this when it comes up for you. It'll help you grow. So I want to say, with the Scorpio or watery energy, because Scorpio is also a water sign, you're being opened up to link into your intuitive side. So recognize the messages that you're being given and truly lean into cleaning up the energies that are triggering you, the thoughts, the feelings that are coming up for you during this time. If you're feeling angry, if you're feeling tetchy, if you're feeling aggressive, any of these things are coming up, you have to learn to go inwards and ask yourself what these things are, because they will never support you, that kind of energetic vibration, because it's in the lower energies, it's in the lower frequency. So if your energy is feeling haywire, I would recommend going outside and hugging a tree. This is going to balance your emotions, okay? Look, if you're not comfortable with hugging a tree, just touch a tree. Ask its permission first, then center yourself in, and then touch that tree. And then allow it to help you to ground your emotions. You do need, right now, if you're feeling a little bit tetchy or a little bit sparkly, it'd be really good for you to connect in to Mother Earth. You'll be supported with what you're doing by Mars, which is in Pisces at the moment. And there's a messenger here from this energy. You're ready to close a chapter of your book, okay? There's part of your life that is now ready to be closed, and a new part that's asking to start. So one chapter is going to close and a new chapter is going to begin. It's a new journey that is being highlighted through clearing out the old, clearing the things that you've been holding for too long in your body. The road's been long, and you are ready now to release some of the problems and lessons that you've been holding on to for far too long, okay? Mars is linking into Jupiter and Uranus, but do watch out for not feeling sure of where you're being called to go. Now, there is a Mars Neptune conjunction here, which might also have you feeling as if you're not really sure about the way. There's a sense of being lost here, okay? Now do take pause until your mind is clearer, because that's going to radically help you then to accept the choices that you're going to make. Effectively, an old timeline is due to change and close, and a new door is going to open for you as you move forward. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. There may be some resistance, and also, as this is Scorpio full moon, it's seeking regeneration. It's going to be drawing in the death of the old self, deep closure of parts of you that do need to be released so that you can move forward. Because I get this strong vibration around all of us, actually, because this is a collective destiny here, where we're trying to hold on to old negative patterning that isn't really supporting us. So the full moon chart holds the North Node, Chiron, Mercury retrograde, and Venus all in the sign of Aries. Parts of yourself that are gathering together internally, you're going to find their insights with regard to your next step. In essence, they are calling in love and a slow move towards higher soul callings and that which is spiritual. How you connect and work with others is also linked into the energy of transforming what was into something that's new and improved. The angels guide that this is also linked into a whole of society and, as I said just now, our collective destiny. Do note the conjunction of Chiron with Mercury retrograde and Venus is highlighting relationship wounds, self-love and care that we haven't stepped into yet, okay? And kind of worthiness issues as well. A strong planetary aspects, yeah, that can support this deep level of healing out of these Chiron wounds that are in your chart. Now, everyone has Chiron wounding within their chart. It's something we're all here to heal, to clear, and to cleanse. You need to look in your chart. If you don't know what that is, do drop me a message in the comments and I will help and support you if it's need be. Knowing and understanding your Chiron will really help you to clean up the negativity that you hold within you, and it will also help you to fix out those things that you've been struggling with maybe the whole of your life. Highlighted by Mercury, the healing needs also to link into communication, how you're expressing yourself, and it's also within this strength of the Scorpio energy, the darkness, but in the strength of it, asking you to speak your truth. So I'm going to do our tarot cards, and because it's a Scorpio full moon, I decided we do the Midnight Magic Tarot. So it's the Midnight Magic, a tarot deck of mushrooms by Sara Richard. I always get it slightly wrong. I'm going to be doing these because I feel that with Scorpio, we need something a little bit more like Pluto and the rulers of the underworld, and that dark from death to rebirth energy and vibration. So we get 2 cards for the full moon. So it's these cards. They are so lovely, these cards. I don't know if you've seen them before. If you've watched my oops, they're just dropping. If you've watched any of my daily readings, you may have seen me doing these. So let's see if I can get our 2 cards for this full moon in Scorpio. So I've got our first card. Ooh, I'm always intrigued by what card we're going to get for the full moon. And angels, can we have a second card for the full moon in Scorpio? They do struggle with these cards because they're quite new. And because they're quite new, they just go flying all about the place. Is it that one, angels? No, they're saying no. Oh, because it's that one. Okay. So no one's to argue with the angels, and they're telling me which cards it is. Okay, so for our full moon, we've got the Knight of Wands, which is the copper spike. Interesting. Yes, it's the Knight of Wands. So we talked already, haven't we? And I've said already in the report about communication, healing your communication style, being careful of the way that you're speaking, understanding the way you're using your voice. This is very key here. This is what's coming in this full moon. The other thing the angels are telling me to say is that for some of you, your voice is getting too spiky. You're using tones and levels of energy and vibration within your voice that are causing your body structure to become uncomfortable. And I'm also getting a sense that some people around you are feeling the same way. When they hear your voice being used in that tone, they're not seeing you for who you are, and it's also changing your personality and your frequency. So the energies of this is maybe going into the energy of the night, but not in good energetic vibration. Maybe you're going too fast, maybe you're not thinking very much about the way you're speaking, maybe you're not being centered, aligned, intentional, and that's what it's asking you to do. Like I say, there's a spikiness to this. There's an energy and frequency of being overly zealous in your words, and the angels are asking me to say to you, drop that into a softer way. Start being gentler with your words, start being gentler with the way that you speak, so that you show through your speech that love can come through, because this is what's important. Remember, it's linking into communication, it's linking into how you express yourself, it's linking into speaking your truth, and it was the last thing I said, wasn't it? So that's what they're telling me to tell you. Angels, is there anything more on this card? Yeah, they're telling me that through freedom of your voice and communication, you're going to have freedom. You'll create freedom. There's a freedom and alchemy in you presenting a voice that's loving and gentle, because through that gentleness, people will see the truth of you. When you're aggressive and angry, people feel not so close to you. That's kind of what's happening here, okay? So that's what the angels are saying. Is there anything else, angels? Yeah, they're also saying allow what needs to decay and die, so that the clean stuff can come up, and so that you can have a healthier life and relationships, okay? So let's see what other card we got. Oh, it's interesting. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then we've got the Page of Cups. So you have this, and we have the message with regard to the Knight of Wands. And then you've got the Page of Cups, which is moving back into a new infancy with relationship. Bloom or communications. This is about communicating in your relationship. How are you communicating in your relationship? Is it upsetting your apple cart? Is it ruining the way the two of you feel about each other? Messing up your natural rhythms with each other and your connection to each other? It's almost like a wave. If you look at this, a wave is coming up and pushing you over. That's not necessarily, the angels are telling me to say to you guys that it's time now for you to step into a gentler, I'm just going to see what this one's called. It's called the Blue Pink Gill. I love that. So it's asking you to step into that loving vibration with your voice, using your voice with love, again, like the other card was. And the other thing it's asking you to do is to go into a more youthful energy, your more youthful, gentle kindness space. They're telling me that once you've opened yourself to this, the waters are going to get less crazy, because they're quite crazy here. That isn't water, but I'm seeing it depicted as water. And it's going to become a little bit less choppy in your life, and you're going to be able to voice and verbalize yourself better. And through that verbalization, you're going to feel better in general. The other thing they're asking me to say to you is remember that there's light all around you, and to tune into that. And remember, you also have an activating light within you that you need to activate at this time, so you can go into a younger vibration that's going to make you feel so much better. So let's see what else we've got with the report. So you can move into the space of knowing when you allow the energy of this moon to give you clues to where you are going. And this comes from being brave and diving into the darker energies of Scorpio. Remember, in the energy of Scorpio, the body may feel discomfort due to the emotionality present and the shadow that might rear its head. Lean into knowing that to get to the gold, sometimes we need to go through the depths of darkness. You're ultimately being called to step into the sage energy. This is the wise elder, which will help you to make the right decisions and clear out anything negative or shadow-like you are holding within you on the level of the Scorpio themes and frequencies. And also some of the sun frequencies of Taurus are coming in here too. And the angels are telling me to say to you that you need to also be aware of what materialistically you need and what materialistically works for you, with this polarization of this sort of Scorpio on one side and the Taurus on the other, and balancing it out. The moon may affect you if you're born with personal planets at approximately 0 to 9 degrees, 10 degrees of the mutable signs, and it may also affect you if you have your sun, moon or ascendant in Scorpio. So the full moon release, this moon is calling you to dig deep into the depths of your shadow. You're being called to deeply recognize where your boundaries are not being held, and to release anything that doesn't feel good. So the angels are asking me to say to you, think on releasing anything in your communication style that's holding you back from frequency of having strong, powerful, loving relationships. And also lean into the frequency of healing anything in your relationship that is causing it to flounder, because it would be absolutely sad if you guys, or even myself, we all lost relationship just because we weren't willing to heal our trigger points. And Scorpio trigger points are our dark inside secrets. They're the things we hold within that we don't want to release. So here is the time and the space within the Scorpio energy and vibration all the way till October. We've got the eclipse energy as well. We've also got some of the new moon in Aries energy percolating along here. So you've got the time now to cleanse, to clear, and to move into a higher vibration so that things feel better for you. So there you go, my lovelies. That was our full moon in Scorpio report. I hope it gave you some clarity on what you need to be looking at and what might come up for you. If you do feel sparkly during this full moon, do remember to go and ground yourself. Namaste everyone, take care of yourselves, and if you haven't subscribed to my page and you'd love to, please do. Please also give me a thumbs up if you've got this far and you've loved this journey with the Scorpio full moon. And if you're interested in readings with me, do check me out on www.selfloveselfcaresystem.com. It's been an absolute pleasure to do this reading and report for you. I hope that you have enjoyed it and taken something from it that will help you as you move forward in the rest of your journey. Namaste again, everyone. Take care, and I will speak to you soon. Mwah. Lots of love. Take care. Bye.